What's up, guys? Mamo Mike here. Priorities. You guys find yourself wasting time on things that give you little value, and then you get stressed out trying to manage the things that are important in your life that you don't have time for. And so one of the things I do as a coach is I help people filter out the bullshit. And so let me give you an analogy. Maybe you've heard of the story about rocks, pebbles, and sand. So the way that works is I get out a jar, right? A 1 gallon wide mouth jar, and I pull out a bag of rocks, big rocks like the size of my fist. And I put all the rocks into the jar. And then I'm going to ask you, is this jar full? And some of you might say yes. Then I pull out a bag of pebbles, and I pour the pebbles in, and I shake the jar really well and let the pebbles settle down, and then I'm going to ask you again, is it full? And you might say maybe. Then I pull out a bag of sand, and I pour the sand in the jar, and I shake that in. Now I ask you if it's full. And you might say yes. And now I'm going to add some water. I'm going to get a pitcher of water, I'm going to pour that in, and I'm going to fill that all the way to the top. And by this time, you can say, now the jar is full. And so the lesson here is that if I put the water and the sand in first, there's not going to be room for rocks. And the rocks represent the things that are urgent and important. So for example, your family, your relationships, your health, or maybe you have urgent repairs that you need to do on your house because it's flooding or something like that. So these are things that are a priority in your life, and it's urgent and it's important. And the pebbles will represent something that's not urgent but important. So maybe you have projects that you want to do, but there's no immediate deadline, or maybe you have schoolwork or some other thing that you need to do that is important, but you don't need to finish it right this minute. The sand would be something that's somewhat important, somewhat urgent, but not important. So that would be like, let's say you got to get tickets for a concert, which you got to get it before the tickets sell out, or you have to get your hair done by this weekend. So these are things that have some time constraints on it, but if you don't get it, it's not that important. And then the water will represent things that are really not important. These are things that, if you get to do it, it's fine. If you don't, it's not a big deal. So that's just a general quick analogy to understand that, many folks out there are spending too much time on the sand and the water, and they're forgetting to prioritize their time and their energies on the rocks and the pebbles first. You want to make sure that you prioritize the most important things in your life first. And once you get those major things that are important, urgent and important, and also not urgent but important, take care of those things first. And most of the time that's going to be things involving your health, involving your your livelihood as far as you're making money or income, relationships, family, spending time with your kids, things like that, right? So make sure that you're investing most of your time taking care of the rocks and the pebbles first. And then, if you have time, you can work on the sand and the water items that are, you could fill that in whenever you have time, if you do. And if you don't, that's okay too. Okay, so that's just a quick tip for today. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.